Well, hello there. Welcome back. We are in the Breakthrough to Prosperity at Home Study course. I'm April Yvette. Today we are on module number 4. Module number 4 is all about rewriting your story. I'm going to share with you exactly what I mean by this. I believe that you're going to have another big breakthrough today because you are the author of your own life story and you are actually creating the next chapter of your life right now as we speak. So I'm going to go a little bit more into detail about what I mean by this. And then I have 2 exercises that I'm going to take you through. So let me share my screen with you and we'll dive in. Okay, so as I said, Module 4, you can open up your action guide and follow along for Module number 4, Rewrite Your Story. I'm also going to ask you to have a pen and paper handy, or you can type on the action guide and fill in do your work on this action guide. You're going to need that. So let's dive in. What if you changed how you view your life and or how you view your business? What if you changed the story that you tell yourself over and over again? How would your life or even your business be different? You see, at times we may see life through the lens of victim thinking. Life is happening to me. We make excuses. We justify our situation. We justify our actions. We blame other people. We blame the government. We blame the economy. We blame it on, well, because of the family I grew up in, that's why I am the way I am. And some of us say, well, that's just the way it is. There's nothing we can do about it. And on and on. Or maybe it's another kind of story that you're telling yourself that is holding you back from having what you want and fulfilling your God-given purpose. We think things like, who am I to be the one to do that? I'm not good enough. Oh, I don't need to learn about that. I already know about that. Or technology is hard. I'm just not good at it. I can't do it. I can't do technology. Or if I price lower enough, I'll get more clients. Or I've tried X, but it just doesn't work. Sometimes we tell ourselves stories that are the lie that we keep telling ourselves that is keeping us stuck, that's holding us back from our greatest achievement, that's holding us back from fulfilling our calling. However, the truth is, you are a powerful creator. We are all powerful creators. If we are a daughter or a son of a heavenly Father who loves us, of God, and He created us on purpose for a purpose, and our heavenly Father, God, if He's our Father and He spoke the universe into existence by saying, let there be light, that means we have similar creative power to what the power that our Father has because we're His child. I love that analogy because it's so true. As a daughter or a son of God, of a heavenly Father who loves you, you are a powerful creator. You have creative power. His power that worketh through us. So we are creating the results that's showing up in our life and in our business. And the way that we're creating those results is through our decisions, our beliefs, our thoughts, our feelings, and our actions. And the stories that we tell ourselves. And if we don't like what's showing up, we have the creative power to rewrite our story and to do something radically different to create more of what we do want, to reach your top 3 dream goals in your business, for example. So I want to quickly share my story with you. In 1998, I was a single mom, divorced. I was taking care of my 2 kids at the time, working in retail management and struggling to barely get by. I started out making like $9 an hour, working for a cosmetic company, and I was struggling. It felt like there was never enough money to pay for childcare, pay my car payment, pay my rent, things like that. One day I got to a place where I finally understood that no one is coming to save me. No one's going to rescue me. Nobody's going to fix me. Nobody's coming to help me. And nobody's certainly coming to do the work for me. I had to become the hero in my own life story and rescue myself with God's help. And that required me to stop blaming and to stop making excuses. And that's when I had this breakthrough moment one day where I made a life-changing decision to get off the fence and to be fully committed and to take 100% responsibility for my own success and even for my own income. I had to take personal responsibility for the results that had been showing up in my life up until that point. And later on, take responsibility for the results showing up in my business too. It was life-changing. It was like you have to get to a place where you're sick and tired of being sick and tired. You reach a place where you're like, enough is enough, never again. I am going to change this. I'm tired of it. It's not happening anymore. I don't even know how it's going to change, but I'm making a decision that I'm going to take 100% responsibility for my results. I'm going to be in prayer. I'm going to trust God, but I'm going to pray and move my feet to create something new in my life, to create something new in my business. Either way, that's what I did. That's what I did. And guess what? It was a choice. It was a choice. I could have just stayed in that old victim story of woe is me. I'm just a struggling, broke, single mom. I just can never get by. I could never catch a break. Nobody's ever hiring. I don't know how I'm going to make more money. No, it was the love for my children that was fueling me and driving me to find a better way, to break out of the victim and poverty thinking that had plagued the women in my family for generations, starting with me. I wanted to break the cycle. I didn't want to be another statistic, another welfare recipient mom who just struggles the rest of her life and lives off of welfare. I wanted to break out of that and be somebody and have something and create a better life for my kids. That's when I broke free from the victim thinking. When we break free from blame and excuses and justifications, that's when we take our power back. Because if we continue to blame something outside of ourselves, we'll never reach a place or have the life that we dream of and fulfill the calling that we know God's placed in our heart, because we're blaming it on something outside of ourselves. I had to take my power back. So I chose to break free from my own victim thinking, and I chose to practice self-awareness moment by moment in my thoughts. That's when I had a breakthrough in my income, my relationships, and even in my business later on in life. But let me tell you how this worked in my business. Back then, 1998, I went from earning $9 an hour to generating $9 million in sales and winning Salesperson of the Year at my job. I had more income than I've ever had, ever. I couldn't believe it. It completely changed my life and my kids' life. That was powerful. I did the work. I was willing to do the work. I was willing to take responsibility. I was willing to work on my mindset. But God is my provider. It was through His grace and His help that I was able to break through that. And yes, I did my part in the physical realm. I call it pray and move your feet. To be something different, we've got to do something different, and we've got to be something different. And it starts in our mindset, which is what this course is all about. So I want you to know that I believe that we are all modern day superheroes. I believe you are too. Otherwise, you wouldn't even be drawn to this coaching program. And God has equipped us, you and me and all of us, with unique gifts, talents, skills, and unique life experiences so that we can help others and make the world a better place within the unique way that we do it. And we can do that through the vehicle of our business. So today, I want to invite you to see yourself as the powerful creator that you are. And to realize that you can change your story starting right now. Right now. Today's the day. It's as if you're crossing a threshold from that old identity, that old person you used to be, that old person that used to have victim thinking or used to blame and have excuses and justifications, or the old person that never felt quite good enough to get to where they're meant to be or to fulfill their calling, or whatever the lie was that you used to keep telling yourself, to crossing the threshold and making it to the other side. You're rewriting the chapter of your life. You're rewriting your story right now in this moment. What's your story gonna look like? It should be filled with your perfect day, exactly the life that you've always dreamed of, because what God has to give you pales in comparison to what we think we want. Because his plan for us is to prosper us and to give us a hope and a future. His plan for us is to give us above and beyond anything we could ever ask or imagine. That's what he has to give us. And he's waiting on us to let go of the old lies, the old stories, the old thinking that we've been telling ourselves that's been holding us back and sabotaging us. So today's the day, my friend. We're going to be rewriting your story. Rewriting your story. So here's what you're going to learn in this module, and then we're going to do the exercise. Number one, you're going to feel inspired and empowered to take 100% responsibility for the results that are showing up in your life and or in your business right now. You're going to begin to identify the story or the lie that you've told yourself so that you can have a breakthrough. That's the first step. The second thing is I'm going to take you through an exercise. As the author of your own life story, you are currently writing the next chapter of your life. Starting right now, I'm going to guide you to rewrite your old story and write your new story, the story of your dream life, so that you can step into it and live it. So you don't no longer hope it happens, it actually comes true and you live it, and then we're celebrating a year from now. That is my hope for you. All right, here's exercise number one. You're going to want to take out a piece of paper and a pen, or your journal and a pen, or you're going to want to open up your Word document. You can certainly type on your module number 4 action guide, rewrite your story. Scroll down and get to this place where it says rewrite your story. So you're going to write a short half-page summary, just a few short paragraphs of your life, the old life, the life in 2019 or whatever past year it was, whatever it is. And this is your old victim story that you'll be writing. It's the lie that you've been telling yourself for a while. All the excuses, all the blame. What did you want in the previous year that did not happen? What did you want in the last 6 months that did not happen, if that's the case? And why you couldn't have it? Write that down. You're going to be writing who or what is to blame for why it hasn't happened. You're going to write down what area of life have you been sitting on the fence and not 100% all in and fully committed, if that's something you've been challenged with. You're going to be writing it's an exercise to just get it out of your head and out of your body and on paper. All right, this is what it's going to sound like. It's going to be only a half a page. It's going to be short. Here's what it might sound like. A few years ago, and I'm going to give you my example, okay? A few years ago, I started my coaching business in 2012. And as I was building my business, I was struggling to figure out how to get clients. I had some clients. I knew I could help some people, but I was always attracting the wrong clients, people that couldn't afford my services. So then I had to discount my prices. And then when I discounted them, I felt like I wasn't earning enough, and I was working a lot of hours, but not earning very much. And that caused huge arguments with my husband. And so I bought a bunch of training programs and coaching. I hired some coaches and I invested thousands of dollars in this. And that caused huge arguments in my marriage. And it got so bad that I found myself in a counselor's, a marriage counseling appointment with my husband. And he shared with me, with almost like holding back tears in his eyes, he said, I just need your help, April. I can't do this anymore on my own. The pressure is too heavy for me to take care of you financially and all of us just completely by myself. I need you to contribute financially and help. It was the first time I heard him. I really heard him. It was a moment that I realized I needed to find a way to attract clients or go back and get a regular job. Like, if it's not meant for me to do this, maybe I should just get a regular job. And he asked me to do that. I had 6 months to figure this out. And the programs I bought just weren't giving me the help that I needed. And because of that, I felt frustrated, confused, stressed out, and I didn't know what to do. And I just kept struggling along with this. But yet I wanted to have a business that truly serves. I wanted to do work I love, and I wanted to prosper financially. Is that even possible? Okay, that's my old victim story. That's the old victim story that I told myself 4 or 5 years ago. What is your victim story? You can use this template to write it out. Write out, a few years ago or last year, I wanted X and Y, but it didn't happen because of who you're blaming, the person you're blaming, the situation you're blaming on, the justifications that you made. I didn't know how to do what, fill in the blank, and because of that, I felt blank and blank. What are the negative emotions that you felt about that situation? Let me explain this. The purpose of this old victim story is to get this old story out of your body and out of your head and on paper, to separate it from who you are, because that is not who you are anymore as of today. So you can pause the video, and I want you to take a few minutes. Give yourself about 15 minutes to write this, 10, 15 minutes or 5 minutes, however, it may not take you very long. And then when you're done writing that victim story, about a half a page long, I want you to come back and finish watching. We're going to do part 2. Okay, we're back. This is part 2. I love this part. You're going to love this. Oh, I'm so excited for you. Now you're going to rewrite your story, part 2, but this time you're going to write the next chapter of your life. You will write a few short paragraphs, about a half a page, and describe your perfect day 1 year from now. Literally, I want you to put yourself in the future 1 year from now. Look at the date. What's today's date? And you're going to write the chapter and write your story for where you are 1 year from now. You are a powerful creator, and you are the author of your own life story. In this exercise, I'll have you peer into the future exactly 1 year from today's date. Your top 3 dream goals have all come true, and you are living the life you have always imagined, and it's 1 year from now. I want you to start writing, describe your perfect day in detail. This is a clear vision of the lifestyle you want to live, including your perfect work day. I know most of you are all business owners, coaches, consultants, or speakers. So you're going to basically write 1 year from now, describe your perfect day. It's important to be clear and specific when you write this down. Begin by writing down what time you are waking up, What's the first thing you do? Where are you? Who are you having breakfast with, or are you alone at breakfast? Don't hold anything back. This is your path to envision your perfect day. Then describe everything that happens as you move through your perfect day 1 year from now. At 10 a.m., what are you doing? What are you doing with your time the first half of the morning? What do you do at lunch? If you're doing work-related activities, what work-related activities are you doing? Describe what you're doing in detail. And if so, describe the work you're doing that makes you feel full of joy and enthusiasm and excited to jump out of bed every morning. Don't hold back. Nothing you do for work is off limits. This is describing the work you love to do and you are really good at it. You're helping people solve their problem and transforming their life with your advice, your message, your gifts, and your skills. Maybe you have a coaching program, right? Then describe how you spend your time in the afternoon. What are you doing for dinner? Where are you? Who are you with? What happens after dinner? What's your evening ritual? What time do you go to bed? Describe your perfect day in detail. Does what you and then once you write it down, ask yourself, does what you write down make you feel excited, joyful, passionate, eager, meaningful, fulfilled, peaceful, alive, and totally free? Do you have financial peace of mind? Complete, total financial peace of mind. That's what this future story should sound like. Be sure to write this in the positive present tense. So write it as if you were already describing your life. So let's begin. My perfect day. And here's how you might, I woke up this morning, I woke up around 9 a.m. and I woke up around 5 a.m., 6 a.m., whatever it is for you. And I made a cup of coffee. I sat on my patio and looked out at a beautiful view outside of the ocean and listened to the waves as I read my morning devotional and read morning scriptures. Whatever that is that you did, you start describing your perfect day. It's a few short paragraphs. Make it pretty detailed. You want to do it about a half a page to a page long. So now I want you to pause this video. I want you to rewrite your story. You're writing your future life, your perfect day 1 year from now, from today's date. Go ahead and pause the video. Give yourself about 10 minutes to write it and then come back and watch the video. Okay, we're back. That is all I have for you. How did it feel to write your perfect day and describe in detail a life you love, a life of prosperity, a life of joy, a life of fun? What are you doing for fun in your life? What kind of work are you doing? How's your day laid out? Who are you spending time with? How much are you earning? I mean, whatever it is that you wrote in your perfect day, just be detailed. How did that make you feel? I want you to know that what you just wrote down can absolutely manifest and come true to where you're actually living it. The first step to manifestation, to turn a dream or a vision into reality, is getting it out of your head, getting clear about what it is you want and putting it on paper. That is the first step, and you just did it. Now the rest of it is up to you. I encourage you to get committed to continue to work on your mindset, complete this coaching program, complete these assignments so that you can have a breakthrough in your thinking and a breakthrough in your finances and in your prosperity and in your business. So that when we speak 1 year from now, you're calling me up or sending me an email and you're like, you're not going to believe it. You remember when I wrote down the vision for my perfect day? I'm living it like it happened. That's what I want to celebrate with you. I cannot wait to celebrate that with you. So in closing, I just want to say you are a powerful creator. You're creating the next chapter of your life. You are not a victim. You are a heroic a modern day hero like the rest of us and myself too. You've got an important calling and a purpose, and you absolutely can create your best life and a business that serves, that thrives, and that is prosperous. And I can't wait to celebrate with you. All right. In my next training video, stay tuned for that, module number 5. We will be talking about that very soon, but go ahead and make sure you complete this activity with your old story. And let me tell you what I want you to do with the old story. This is important. I want you to take that old story and I want you to rip it up, tear it into shreds, into old pieces, as many small pieces as you can, put it in the trash can, and then take that bag of trash and set it out in your dumpster, put it out in your garage, get it out of your house, because you're done with that old story. That is a ritual that you can do to cross the threshold. It's staking your claim and crossing from that old way of thinking, that old story, to now this new future story that you're living out right now. So be sure to do that as well. Thank you for being committed to this journey. Please continue to finish doing all of the exercises in this program, and I promise you, you will have a breakthrough and experience more prosperity. See you soon. Bye.